This is called the sleeper stretch. It's one of my favorite go-tos to improve internal rotation of the shoulder. It's very easy to implement and it's very effective when done correctly, but there is a little bit of nuance, and I think that's the most important stuff to go over today. So, to do it, you're just going to side lie. Now, you don't need a pad like I have here. I just happen to have a pretty sensitive ulnar nerve, and a pad seems to help with the comfort. So, you're going to lie on whichever side you need this on, and then put your elbow down in front of you on a pad or not. The key here is we want to lock in your shoulder blade. If you internally rotate your shoulder and you keep going, your shoulder blade will eventually dump forward, especially if you're tight in this range of motion, especially in the posterior capsule. So what we want to do is stabilize that shoulder blade. So some people say to like stack your shoulders one on top of the other, and I find this to be okay for some people. Some people will tell you that you might need to kind of roll back onto the edge of this shoulder blade right here. Honestly, I think it's different for a lot of people, and I think you need to kind of play with it and do a little trial and error. There is one thing that I think, from a modification standpoint, that will help almost everybody, regardless of if you're leaning back or stacked or anywhere in between. When you come down, if you feel a pinching in the top or the front of the joint at your shoulder, that's probably a bad sign that you're actually like pinching your shoulder joint. What we're looking for is a stretch sensation. It can be pretty intense, but a stretch kind of on the top back of your shoulder or just the back of your shoulder. If you only feel pinching, or you feel enough pinching where it hurts too much to continue, drop your elbow just a little bit and see if you can do it more comfortably then. You can usually go a little bit further, but beware when you drop your shoulder, or excuse me, drop your elbow like that, make sure you re-anchor that shoulder blade into the floor. Generally speaking, well, the standard they say to hold a stretch is for about 30 seconds. You can do 30 seconds if you want. I like to hold it for about 10 and then gently push up this way with my arm. So I'm going to rotate my arm this way into my other hand for resistance gently, like 30% of what your total effort is, for about 5 seconds, and then reverse it and hold for about 10, and then repeat that process 3 or 4 times. So 5-second contraction followed by a 10-second stretch. If you lack internal rotation, give this exercise a shot. I think you'll be surprised at how effective it is at getting internal rotation back. Leave a comment and smash the subscribe button.